it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I get to welcome you to a magnificent Monday. I'm really excited for my guest who's in the building. We got Yolanda Galery here. She's joining us as a featured artist in Black Makers and Creatives, and they have an event coming up, y'all, and I'm excited to have her back on the show. It's been a while since she's been here, so we're going to be talking about her artistry and what this show has to offer the audience. But of course, this is the time, because it's the top of the show. This is where you're helping us grow by sharing the show with others. You know, folks who you feel could benefit from our daily dose of dopeness. Just go ahead and share the link with them. However you're watching this right now, share it with them. For all of you who can't watch on this big screen, you can listen also on any podcast platform that you like. Go ahead and search Converge Media Network and The Day with Trae. You'll find us there. And so before I get into it with Yolanda, I just got to say, there's a point of parenthood where you watch your kid, you know, growing into their own, and you sit back and take in their mannerisms, their approaches to problem solving, relationship building, you know, just dealing with the complex issues that come up in their life. And I gotta say that I'm just so proud of my son, Johnny, for the work that he's doing on himself. It's really interesting because you know, when you're 12, you're not consciously thinking this is work I'm doing on myself, but I can see him taking his studies seriously, his friendships to heart, and his leadership is emerging. And it's a beautiful thing to see as a parent, because, you know, you have these ideas about who your child is and how you can support them as a parent and how you can make sure they have, you know, strong discipline around them so that they really understand, you know, so much ends up being on them every single day, right? And it's for me, I've just been in awe a bit, right? In awe a bit, just how he takes on different opportunities and challenges and works through them. And I'm so grateful because his teachers are very communicative with me. So if he is off, I learn about it, right? And then we get to have a conversation about what caused that and how to correct it. And so he's even at times taking it upon himself to go to his teachers when he knows, oh man, I screwed up. He is taking it upon himself to go there and actually direct the conversation so that he can be better and atone for when he does mess up. So, you know, there's moments where you see your parenting in full fruition, and that's what I'm experiencing with him. And you know, it's something I experienced with his older brother as well, in just the way that he is growing into his fatherhood. So much of that is, you know, being parented and being loved. And he's told me that himself. Like, so much of this is through the parenting I had growing up with you and his father. And, you know, he's like, Mom, y'all, you know, we're there. And now that he's an adult, I'm appreciating the way he's showing up as a father and, you know, as a family member, you know, and a young adult. So I just want to give a shout out to all the parents out there who are doing that work in the trenches when no one's watching. You know, you may be praying over your baby. You may have some holy oil or meditation or visualization, manifestation, whatever it is that you're doing to support the young people in your life, whether they are your chosen children or children by birth. It's just beautiful to know that there are those of us who care so much about the next generation, and especially our lineage, right? That we're putting in that work, and it's great to be able to see it come through. So shout out to all of you, and to all of you young folks out there who are taking to heart the lessons that you have learned in your childhood. I want to thank you personally from the bottom of my heart. Well, after this short break, up next, we got Yolanda Galery in the building, y'all. We're going to be talking about Black makers and creatives. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Seattle Opera presents the celebrated opera Fellow Travelers, a powerful love story with a ravishing score. Fellow Travelers is called A Gay La Boheme. On stage February 21st through March 1st at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Are you ready for a day of culture, creativity, and competition? The 12th annual Reign of Style event is happening Sunday, March 1st at the Seattle Center Exhibition Hall. Prepare to witness some of the Northwest's best barbers, stylists, and makeup artists throw down for the reigning stylist title and the $1,000 grand prize. We'll see you there.
Washington's biggest night out for sports
is Sports Star.
Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now, we have Yolanda Galery in the building. Hi.
Hi, it's good to be back.
Yeah, good to have you back.
Yeah.
Well, you're continuing doing your artist work. And for those who don't know, tell us a bit about your background as an artist.
I've been drawing for as long as I can remember, selling drawings of cartoons and stuff in elementary school for 50 cents to $1, candy money. And I picked up paints in 2020 as an escape from 2020 and everything that was going on. I had a newborn. I had a child graduating from elementary school and a new marriage, a new engagement. And it was just a lot. And then we had COVID. So I was like, I need to ground myself with something that I can control and something that I can just kind of relieve some stress with. So I picked up paints for the first time. And just started experimenting and finding my voice in art, and it has blossomed into something that I'm able to do full time at the moment.
Wow.
It goes up and down, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring, but I've been blessed with so many opportunities and projects and ideas and art family that I can lean on. So it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey.
That's awesome. So much of, I think, artistry in general is about those connections and the network building, because there are vast amounts of opportunities out there. Particularly, I know one person who is an artist and hardly no one knows because their art just gets sold in corporate spaces for buildings.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, you're right. There's pieces in hotels and different corporate spaces, and you don't think where did they get this whole line that happens to speak to one another, each piece, right? And having photos or pictures or whatever, paintings in bathrooms in a hotel. So it had me going, wow, there's all of these other spaces. And so I love hearing that you have been able to tap in with that artist community and building that kind of family base. But there's also something very unique about art that's always telling of the times. How do you infuse your experiences into your work?
Well, my work is largely inspired by Black women and our natural hair. I'm experimenting with digging a little deeper with that, with some new pieces I'm working on, and just trying to get a little more personal. It's kind of it's like a musician, like a singer or a rapper. Their lyrics can be so personal, and those songs can be so deep. It's similar with visual art. Sometimes it's difficult to touch certain parts of your experience, but finding your voice in that and being able to share your story, that's really what I'm aiming to do. So I'm digging a little deeper through the appreciation of our beauty, and I'm kind of touching on a little more personal narratives with some of my newer pieces. So stay tuned for those.
Nice. Yeah. Well, there's something about that too, right? That draws an audience in.
Yeah.
I think the more artists are vulnerable to a certain degree, the more people are responsive to the creations that they make. I do think there's also a limit to it a little bit, because I think social media has us changing our perception of folks who, maybe we've only just been able to view their art before, but now we can see their personal life, and every time they're changing a partner or something, right?
Yeah.
And then their personal stuff can impact, their artistry. We see it a lot with celebrities or musicians or, that kind of thing, where you're like, oh yeah, that whole album was about that breakup we
Exactly.
saw publicly or something. But I appreciate you going deeper. I'm excited to see some of that work.
Yeah.
Now, Black Makers and Creatives, tell us a bit about what this is. How did it come about?
Yeah, it's excuse me, it's spearheaded by Fancy Vargas in partnership with the Hyatt Regency in Renton, and this is actually the 4th annual one. This is my 3rd consecutive one, so I missed the first one. This is when I was still a baby artist, but once me and Fancy connected, it has been just a wild ride with her. But yeah, this year you're gonna see 6 Black fashion designers, performers, Black artists, artisans, makers, and it's a way for us to celebrate our culture. Black history doesn't end in February, you know. So it's our way of the theme this year is I Choose You, which is a love letter to Black music and lyricism and our love stories and experiences. So it's really just a homage to the culture, and it's all ages. It's for everybody. You don't have to be Black to attend. Tickets are only $10, and the cool thing is all the proceeds for the tickets go straight to Family First Community Center in Renton, which was founded by Doug Baldwin. So it's not only a way of giving back to the community, but also celebrating community. So anyone who is inspired by community, wants to uplift community, pour dollars, Black dollars back into community, this is the event that you want to be at.
Wow. 4th annual, and this is at the beautiful Hyatt Regency
gorgeous
in
space.
Renton. I mean, it is just top tier.
Yes.
Everything there is just top tier. And, you know, it's great because, you know, there's something very inspiring about Hyatt, which we know of, a global brand, understanding local needs to make local ties and local relationships flourish in their space. And it says a lot. I think we can do more of those kind of public-private partnerships, so that spaces that are known globally can also create a very unique experience for their location. So this is happening when, and this is like all day. Tell us a little bit more about some of those details.
It's March 1st, so coming up Sunday, 1 to 6 p.m., and it's all day programming. So you can come at 1, stay all day. You can pop up at 3. You can, you know, just fit it into your day somehow. Bring the family out, bring the kids. There's something for everyone there. And my favorite thing is having so many Black makers and artists in the same room that you can connect with. You can support our artwork. You can, you know, purchase things and gifts and just connect with us and really get to know the art community, the Black art community that we have here.
Okay, so it's like a marketplace or something. Like
It's similar to a marketplace. There'll be a fashion show. There's musical performers. It's a celebration.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an all-day celebration, festivities all day.
I love this. And it's in like their lobby area or what?
It'll be in a ballroom.
Ballroom,
So very
okay.
gorgeous, huge space overlooking the water. It's amazing. It's really...
Wow.
Yeah.
This is really incredible, Yolanda. You know, we do a lot of different things in community, and oftentimes a lot of them are insulated because we just haven't, you know, Black folks especially are like, we ain't waiting on nobody to let us do nothing, right? So we got to make it happen. But I love this idea of being able to explore more of these kinds of opportunities that are created in spaces that are already populated. You have tourists most of the time that are coming and staying at like a place like a hotel, but it opens up the opportunity. And I love that Fancy, who is just phenomenal in the events that she creates and curates, but that there was an opportunity here to support Family First Community Center. I think, you know, talking to Doug Baldwin about why he opened that center, there's such a need to serve in the entire space, right? And you experience it when you walk in there. But it's great to see that you all are getting together. This is really fantastic. Of course, you've shared some stuff, but I want to give you a minute to look right in that camera right here. Let people know why they need to be there. And again, just quickly, those who, what, where, when, why details right there. Let them know.
Sunday, March 1st, Black Makers and Creatives, in partnership with the Hyatt Regency in Renton, the one off Lake Washington Boulevard. 1 to 6 p.m., we have artists, artisans, performers, there's food. It's just a celebration of community. Tickets are only $10, so that is wild for everything you're getting for all-day experience. Every proceed goes back to Family First Community Center in Renton. So you're not only supporting artists and artisans, you're supporting the community directly, and you're having a good time. And you're getting to know your local artists and, you know, becoming a new art collector, possibly. Keep that on the table.
There we go.
But yeah, we'll see you. We hope to see you there. Definitely should be there. It's a great event. I enjoy being a part of it, not only because really, it's like you said, having that partnership, it gives us artists a space and a platform to be able to share what we do. And it's really important. It's really important. So,
Wow. Yeah. I really appreciate you for coming, Yolanda, and shedding some light on this beautiful event.
Yes.
Renton, Washington at the Landing, Hyatt Regency, y'all. It's a beautiful hotel if you haven't seen it. Thank you so much for joining me today and continuing in your artistry. It's so inspiring, your story. Full-time artistry is not always easy, so I love that you are getting those opportunities. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's not for the weak, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
I know, that's right. Wow, y'all. Of course, I'm going to wrap it all up right after this break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Washington's biggest night out for sports?
Is Sports Star.
Are you ready for a day of culture, creativity, and competition? The 12th annual Reign of Style event is happening Sunday, March 1st at the Seattle Center Exhibition Hall. Prepare to witness some of the Northwest's best barbers, stylists, and makeup artists throw down for the reigning stylist title and the $1,000 grand prize. We'll see you there.
Seattle Opera presents the celebrated opera, Fellow Travelers. A powerful love story with a ravishing score. Fellow Travelers is called A Gay La Boheme, named a critic's pick by the New York Times. Fellow Travelers evolved from book to opera to a popular Showtime TV series. Don't miss Fellow Travelers, on stage February 21st through March 1st at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Huge shout out to Yolanda for joining me today and shedding some light on Black Makers and Creatives happening on Sunday, March 1st, right there at the Landing, Hyatt Regency. You want to make sure you get down there from 1 to 6 p.m. Enjoy the amazing fashion, artistry, food, and culture that is curated for that space and for all of you to help uplift and amplify the work that is happening at Family First Community Center, also in Renton, opened by Doug Baldwin, former Seattle Seahawk. So we want to be able to always shed light on amazing events and opportunities for us to connect in community. You know, right now, there's such a time for us to be connected for real, y'all, in space with one another. So support events like this. Go down there, pay your $10 for your ticket, which she is correct. That's an incredible price for all that you have in that space. But support, you know, make an effort to bring your family out. Again, this is a full family-friendly event. And you're going to get so much for the time that you spend down there in a beautiful, beautiful setting and beautiful space. I want to thank y'all so much for watching today. Of course, I'll be back with you later in the week on Wednesday. And until then, y'all, peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents.
Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.